Mathematics at Init College, a YouTube channel for high school mathematics education. Mathematics 3C and Mathematics 4 Swedish education system. The definition of the derivative. Hi, this is Babak. In this video, I'm going to solve the following problem for you. Use the definition of the derivative to determine the derivative of the following function. f of x equals to 3x plus 2 over 1 minus 2x. I recommend you to pause the video and give the problem a try yourself first. If you do everything correctly, the final answer that you will get would be f prime of x equals to 7 over 1 minus 2x squared. Okay, now let us solve the problem. So I am supposed to use the definition of the derivative to find the derivative of this function, and I know that the definition of the derivative is f of x, the limit of f of x plus h minus f of x over h goes to 0. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to write this expression, so let me start a little bit lower. So this becomes the limit, and then I have the denominator equal to h. Instead of f of x, I can simply replace my function here. So instead of this f of x, I can simply write this function, and for f of x plus h, I need to go to my function. I will take all the x's appearing there away, and here there are 2 x's, so I will take this x away and replace it by x plus h. I take this x away and replace it by x plus h, but of course I have to put a pair of brackets around both of them. Okay, so this becomes 3x plus h plus 2. Then I will have 1 minus 2x plus h, and then minus f of x is this function 3x plus 2 divided by 1 minus 2x. Let me make this a little bit longer, and then h goes to 0. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to get rid of these partial fractions that you see here. So to do that, I need to find the LCM of the denominators. So LCM, let me write it here, LCM. The denominators are 1 minus 2x plus h and 1 minus 2x. Because they don't have any factor in common, so I just multiply them. And instead of this expression, I can simply write 1 minus 2x minus 2h. So this becomes 1 minus 2x minus 2h multiplied by 1 minus 2x. What I do, I will multiply the numerator by this expression, and I have to multiply the denominator by the same expression. Okay, and then you can simplify this limit so that you can calculate. Okay, so if I multiply this in the numerator, I have to multiply this by the first fraction. Okay, so let me write one of them here for you. 1 minus 2x minus 2h times 1 minus 2x. I have to multiply it by 3x plus h plus 2, 1 minus 2x plus h. Yes, but this factor is exactly the same thing, so these two are cancelled. So what is left for me is 1 minus 2x that should be multiplied in the numerator here. Okay? So this becomes equal to the limit of 3x plus h plus 2 multiplied by 1 minus 2x. Then I have a negative sign, so I put the negative sign here. Then this LCM is multiplied by this expression. This 1 minus 2x and this 1 minus 2x will be gone, and this will be left, so that I have to multiply it in the numerator of that fraction. So then it becomes 1 minus 2x minus 2h multiplied by 3x plus 2, and then the whole expression should be divided by h multiplied by this LCM. So this becomes h multiplied by 1 minus 2x minus 2h multiplied by 1 minus 2x. Okay? And then h goes to 0. To calculate this limit, I have to open the numerator and try to simplify as much as possible. But let us, to save some time, so let me multiply this here, so it becomes 3x plus 3h, and then I have a 2. Okay? So for the first term, I would write this limit. I will have this long fraction. In the denominator, I do not touch it, so it is the same. H goes to 0. In the numerator, I have 3 terms here, 2 terms here. I have to multiply them. It will give me 6 terms. Yes, I multiply this by that. I multiply this by this, and then I continue. So let me just write it without further explanations. This becomes 3x minus 6x squared, then plus 3h minus 6hx, and then I have plus 2 minus 4x. Okay. Now I will do the same thing here, but you need to be careful. There is a minus sign here, and this minus sign is for all the terms that will be produced from this multiplication. I want to do them in one go, okay? So I will multiply 1 by 3x, it becomes positive 3x, but then finally a minus sign is supposed to be multiplied by that, so it becomes minus 3x. Okay, and then for example 1 multiplied by 2 is again positive 2, but there would be a minus sign at the end, so it will make it negative 2. But for example here I have to multiply negative 2x by positive 3x, it becomes negative 6x squared, but there is with a negative sign it becomes positive 6x squared. Yes, so I have to make it longer a little bit. Okay, and then it becomes minus 4x, another minus sign, it becomes positive 4x, then it becomes negative 6hx, positive 6hx, negative 4h, positive 4h. So let us calculate. It should be 12 terms, yes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, hopefully I haven't done any mistakes. So let me try to simplify this expression as much as possible. So for example, you immediately realize that this negative 3x and this positive 3x are gone. Positive 6hx and negative 6hx are gone. Positive 6h squared, negative 6h squared are also gone. Good. 4x, negative 4x are gone. And then what is left for me? Negative 2 and positive 2 are also gone. So what is left for me is 3h here and 4h here. So if I add them, it becomes 7h. So this becomes the limit of 7h over h times 1 minus 2x minus 2h multiplied by 1 minus 2x, and h goes to 0. And then you realize that h is a factor of the numerator, h is also a factor of the denominator, so they can be simplified. And what is left for me, then the numerator, I will have a 7 left, and the denominator, I will have 1 minus 2x minus 2h multiplied by 1 minus 2x, and then h goes to 0. Okay? So now this is the point, that this is the stage that I have to replace h with 0 because there is no problem. So if I put h equal to 0, what will happen? This becomes 7 in the numerator. The denominator becomes 1 minus 2x, because if I put 0 here, this is gone. And there is another 1 minus 2x there. But 1 minus 2x times 1 minus 2x has a better name, and that is 1 minus 2x squared, and in the numerator I have 7. So we realize that the derivative of this function, using the definition of the derivative, is equal to 1 minus 2x squared. Yes? Okay. So just one point here, for those students who are doing Math 3C, this is the only way that they can do it. They have to use the definition because they haven't studied the quotient rule. But for Math 4 students, they can also do this problem using what we call the quotient rule. But of course, even for Math 4 students, they are not allowed to use a quotient rule here because it has been mentioned in the problem itself that they have to use the definition of the derivative to find the derivative of this function. In the description below this video, you will find the PDF file for these notes that I have it here. I hope that this video was useful for you. Until the next video, goodbye and take care.